Hi, this is a quick video demonstration I'm going to show of how to use the Poetry Genius platform to make brain cranks or warm-ups, something that you do to start the beginning of class. So this one you'll see here is based on Jay-Z featuring Justin Timberlake's song Holy Grail. And as you scroll down, by the way, you would project this up onto a smart board. At least that's how I do it if you're in a classroom. Obviously, if you're in a computer lab, you could direct the students to this page and they could all see it for themselves and complete it on an individual basis. I use a class discussion model because I'm in the classroom. Um, so a brain crank to get your brain crunk. And usually I will try and find a GIF here, meaning a picture that moves. It makes the page look a little more interesting. And if I can, I might find one that has the lyric I want on the picture, or maybe make one that has the lyric there. Otherwise, you can uh, quote the lyric yourself and then add the question. So here we see, one day you're here, one day you're there, one day you care, you're so unfair. My question is, while this song is clearly a love ballad, its referent is a little unusual. Listen carefully and you'll realize both JT and Hove are addressing their words to fame, celebrity, or success, not to a woman as expected. The name for this literary technique is epistrophe, apostrophe, soliloquy, or synecdoche. Need a hint? Click on the picture. So as I'm leading my kids through the discussion, I give them a minute to look at it themselves, and then I click on the picture for them. Obviously, if they were in the lab, they could do all this by themselves. Although, even if you're in a classroom and they have a smartphone, then they could pull up Poetry Genius on their smartphone and work on the task independently. So you click on the picture, and it gives you a nice little annotation box here, where I have the choices listed and I give the definitions. So epistrophe, repetition of the same word or phrase at the end of multiple lines, so forth and so on. They can read the definitions and hopefully from those be able to make the best choice. However, if they read the definitions and are still having a little trouble, I've also linked, see these hyperlinks, click epistrophe, and it will take you to Poetry Genius's Glossary of Poetic Terms page, which has all kinds of terms, and you'll see there epistrophes pops up because I linked directly to it, and it gives an example of an epistrophe, opposite of anaphora, and then example, but why he did it, but why he did it, you'll see there at the end of multiple lines. So from there, again, as a class discussion, I would click and show my kids this. In a computer lab, they could do it themselves. After I show them, I click back, and then we have a nice little class discussion and figure out which term we actually want to choose. Then I have them write down as notes, obviously the answer, a quick definition of the answer, and then an explanation as to why that particular answer was correct. Now, this platform can actually be used for not just popular songs. Here's a brain crank that I made on Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech. Okay, and this one dealing with the, I believe it was anaphora, yes. Brain crank to get your brain crunk. There's MLK. It says, towards the end of his famous speech, he uses the phrase, I have a dream, to begin 8 sentences in a row. And of course, an anaphora is repetition of the same word or phrase to begin multiple consecutive sentences. So, same format. I won't run through that again, but I will show you. You have the opportunity to link, say you have a set of lyrics that is classroom appropriate, or you have a speech like this one. You could also annotate here and click back to the original speech, which is on News Genius. So students could do this and gather some interesting information, see the original context, which here they would see that the I Have a Dream portion of that speech was not actually written into the manuscript. And MLK was kind of, when he got to that point, decided to just go freestyle or off the dome and use the I Have a Dream portion of his speech. So that's pretty much it. If you would like to, of course, if you would like to use any of mine, I have no problem with that. If you click here on the Brain Crank Index, what I've started to do is index all the ones I've made so far. You'll see pages created. I've got one for illusion or two for illusions. anaphora, apostrophe, extended metaphor. So I put them here as I complete them. You just click bring up the annotation and click there to bring up the song. I also have suggested pages to be created. You'll see all those literary terms there. I'll be trying to get to those as soon as possible. And if you have any suggestions or terms that you'd like to see immediately done, or have song suggestions that you'd like to see a brain crank done for, just let me know, comment below. I'd be happy to do them for you. Okay, thank you.